Hello to everyone. Let's start with the agenda of today. So, first of all, why Eelectron? Just few words regarding the long-term vision and daily commitment that we have. Then, what's new? The central part of this webinar. So, what we released and what is in our pipeline in terms of new products and new solutions. The last part, it will be initiatives and conclusions. So, marketing, cool tools, calendars, Q&A, and feedbacks from you. What's happening today? So we are releasing new products. As I said before, Andrea will go through these products like the dimmer, like new gateways. And then we release the expansions, especially in terms of new finishes on user experience products and the new additional frames of the OLU and 9025 range family of products. Then we have upgrades also, mostly related to the KNX Secure, and then also more products that we will go through later. All these products are already displayed. You can also find them in the latest price list we released in March. So for us, user experience is a mission. As I mentioned before, we are very careful about the user experience of our partners to their customers, of course. And as you can see here, we have a big portfolio in terms of user experience. Right now, we are going to talk about the 9025 range and all the news related to this family of products. The first thing is regarding the 9025 switches. As you can see here, they are displayed with icons. And this news, it's about the glass. We have recently released the matte glass in white version and in black version, available in 4, 8, 10 channels in 3 modules and 2 modules standard. Besides the switch, we also have the part related to the thermostat, of course, with the same finishes, so matte color, black and white. Here you can see an engraved version. In the residential and hotel version, of course, like before, 3 modules and 2 modules. Sorry, I forgot to mention that, of course, it's available the thermostat and humidistat version as usual, since the electronic part, it's always the same. One more new product is related to the transponder and numeric keypad cover. We recently improved this product thanks to the release of the new glass version with IP54, in addition to the electronic that already had this IP protection. And please note that this code is different than the normal one, the not IP54 one. So if you need to order it, please make sure the right one and not the internal installation one. The 9025 innovation already mentioned, and now we are going into the OLU part. For us, OLU is a new baby for us. We recently launched this product. We are constantly improving and upgrading the product line thanks to the feedback and to the needs coming from our partners and their customers, of course. Now we see that this is the products, how it made the products. You were able to order these products with the electronic part, I'm talking about the device, within the metal mounting frame. So ordering the products a few months ago, it was meaning to receive everything together. Now, the difference is that now we have just one code for the electronics, no matter what is the standard, and the customer need to buy the metal mounting frame 2 modules or 3 modules apart. So when you order the products, please make sure to order the device, but also adding the code related to the metal mounting frame. Of course, along with the metal mounting frame and the device, you need to order also the frame and the buttons according to the design chosen by the customer. Another new product we released is the multi-sensor in the light version in white and black color. I just want to remind you that this product has 4 buttons on board with 4 channel. It's not like in the thermostat where you have 4 button and 8 channel. This is a very important thing. This is because you have a grill in the middle, as you can see in the picture. How to order these products? As usual, it's products, then the mounting frame, and then you need to choose the cover frame. Since in the light version, the buttons are coming along with the electronics. We have a new product in terms of color, that is the Helvetia color, and in this case the product is available in regular. The Helvetia color is a color mainly used in the Swiss market. Always talking about the Swiss market, we also released all the products related to the sockets part, so the wiring accessories. So it means the frame, the double frame for sockets, and the frame mounting in the Swiss 60 millimeters size. Now the products with the double frame for two devices, it's available in all the finishes, including, as you can see from the pictures of the slide, including the metal version. One more innovation is coming from the frames in glass, that we did an upgrade from the plexi to the glass, to the real glass, and you have the same finish of the 1925 family of products. Of course, they are available in 2, 3 and 4 modules for the Italian standard, but also for the 55 millimeters. And also the product is available in matte color. According to the news of the matte version of the 1925 devices, switches and thermostat, we are completing the family of the company with the cover frame in glass, matte, black and white. We have one more, innovation that is completing the range once again with the adapter for the British standard metal box. So you can basically buy the 4 modules, and thanks to adapter you can install it to the double British box. That it's a different box than the wall boxes installed in all the other countries. Just a couple of words regarding the customization portal we recently released. This is a customization portal for everybody, so you can it's now available and you can improve in this way the user experience. So you will be able to set up your OLU with the colors, with the finishes, with icons, with text. You can customize the products and you can display it to your partner or to your customer, so the customer can really see how the products will look like, and this is a very useful tool. It's very useful also because you can avoid to mail or to give, manual indication to what icons, how many icons, what finish you want to have on your OLU, because here everything is optimized. So you basically are launching the production of products thanks to this tool. I kindly invite you to play with it because you can also use it without logging in. mycustom.eelectron.com, it's where you can play with this very useful tool. Just a couple of words regarding what we have, because some of you can be new. Of course, the occupant user experience, as we talked about today, it's a very important part of our portfolio, but I don't want to forget to mention our modular building automation, that it's a huge part of our portfolio. As you can see here, we have a lot of products that can complete your project, but also regarding the smart building contribution we give with our sensor, that is a very important part of our offer. But also our lighting control, lighting management products. This is into the smart solution and vertical markets we can cover. I just want to remind you that we can cover more or less all the vertical markets, from the hospitality to the residential to offices. So we are really covering a lot of vertical markets. Now I will leave the stage to Andrea, that will speak about the portfolio update, smart automation. We are going into a little bit more technical part of this presentation, and see you later with the marketing part.
Hello and good morning to everybody again. Thank you to Riccardo for the beginning of this presentation. I'm Andrea Pontoglio, Product Manager here in Eelectron. As Riccardo anticipated, we will start now with the technical part of our product. So we want to start with the dimmer 1 to 10 volt. That is a new dimmer, an evolution of the dimmer, where you can connect up to 4 different channels of ballast to be controlled 1 to 10 volt. And with this device, you don't require any external power supply or any external auxiliary power supply. since all the power will be taken by the KNX directly. In addition, inside the device, you will find a smart management of the internal relays. This because you can use them to cut off the main phase to the 1 to 10 volt ballast if you're using it in a single channel RGB or RGB white. And in addition, if you don't use the relay, you can use them to control a simple shutter or, for example, a light, a simple on-off light. The relay that are inside the device are 16 amp relay, so very big, useful to control also big load with only one channel. And two particular things that you will find inside the product will be 16 logic that you already know about our products that you can freely configure as you wish using also complex expression. Or in addition, there is the opportunity to customize your dimming curve, not only selecting between linear or logarithmic curve, but you can also customize your dimming curve depending on the needs of the customer or the result of the light coming from the lamp. Going ahead, we have also an update regarding our push button interfaces. We are releasing a new version that will use the same plastics, so the dimension of the product will remain the same, but inside the product is changed. We update mainly the software, where you can find here on the right side all the functions that are available for each input. I want to mention that also here you will find logics updated to the latest version of the logic that we have in our product. And we pass from 5 logic for product to 16 also here. And in addition, in the push button interfaces is added the virtual holder logic that you can find the brain of the virtual holder logic for hospitality solution inside this device. So theoretically, an application could use this product wired to a conventional presence detector with one input and the other input to a door contact in order to enable the virtual holder logic and give the status of room occupied or not occupied using this product without any card holder inside the room. In addition, you can see that some functions are added, like the opportunity to perform event and action by clicking 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, or performing a long press on an input of the device. This will enable you to recall different scenario or different command using only one button. So it is a continued evolution of the product where we release also a dedicated version for the push button with KNX TP secure inside. So here you can see that the same product, the version of 4 digital input and 4 output for small LED can be available also with the KNX Secure inside the product. So as you can see from the ETS, any command can be sent encrypted on the KNX bus. Going ahead, I want to remind you that we have a complete series of presence detector in our catalog, starting from the basic version to the space sensor, corridor, wide range version. So we have the dedicated version for all the needs that will come from projects. We want to show you a new smart probe that is an accessory device that you can connect on the multi-sensor or in the space sensor or in our corridor and the wide range presence detector. That with this new product, you will be able to measure the VOC level and the CO2 level directly in only one device. If you remember well, in our portfolio before, there was the opportunity to have a different model of smart probe, one with VOC and equivalent CO2. So the CO2 level was calculated and estimated. In this case, we have a real VOC and a real CO2 probe inside the device to read air quality values and send them to the KNX bus. Going ahead, we have an upgrade of our interfaces. This because, as you can see, KNX Secure is coming more popular in system and specification of projects. And in order to forward messages between the lines in the KNX Secure, you will require also a line coupler that supports KNX Secure. So we released a new line coupler with the KNX Secure option that can be activated. In addition, if you are using ETS6, there is a new function that you can enable in the line coupler that is called proxy secure. Means that you can have one side of the line coupler unsecure that converts in secure mode with secure telegram to the other line. In addition, we updated our USB interface This because we went from Type B USB connection to Type C, that is more popular USB standard. And thanks to this interface, you can connect your ETS or application using a Type C USB cable. In the catalog is added now also a new temperature probe that is IP68 and can measure from minus 40 degrees to 105 degrees. Thanks to this probe, since it's IP68, you can place this probe directly in water, on pipe system, or handle for heating and cooling system to read the ambient temperature or the temperature of the water, of a fluid inside the pipe. And I want to remember you that this temperature probe can work and can be wired to any of our Kinex products that support NTC probe, like AD84, that is the push button interface with the digital input and analog input to wire temperature probe. Going ahead, we have also a huge update over Horizon. This because there is a new hardware version that is faster than before. So we increase more or less 4 times the power of the hardware. And in addition, there is a change regarding the license and what you will find by default inside the web server. Starting from the group addresses that now by default will be 1500 Kinex group addresses. And in addition, you will find now included directly in the product the Modbus IP or RS485 integration, MBus, that is another particular protocol always in serial, used to read some meters, mainly made in MBus, and also the integration of Philips Hue with the Philips Hue gateway over IP. As upgrade code, you will find only one new license that is useful to extend the group addresses over Kinex from 1500 to 3000. Also, Horizon Mini receive an update of the hardware. Now, Horizon Mini is mini as before, like having 200 addresses to integrate Kinex. But in this case, you will have also 200 addresses to integrate Modbus. And instead, before that, Modbus was available only to integrate energy meters. Now it's a complete Modbus integration inside the product. I want to remember you that also Horizon Mini receive an update of the hardware. In fact, now as box, you will see that the dimension of Horizon Mini is equal to Horizon Classic. Last but not least, the Horizon family, so Horizon Classic and Horizon Mini, now can be powered over PoE. So if needed, you can avoid to have an external power supply and power up the web server directly over the PoE method. Going ahead, I want to explain you and show you our new update over the hospitality, where you know that the interoperability between devices and systems is more requested day by day, where customer, hotel, and also end users require us the opportunity to integrate systems and not anymore only devices. So for this reason, we have to integrate smart protocol between each other, have the opportunity to share variables or information between system, and meaning that the end user want only one system to operate, but that command and receive status between different parts of the technical system inside projects. So what we did now, we release a new solution to integrate ELOC, in particular Salto. And here you can see the 2 posts that we have over social to show you the collaboration that we have between these 2 companies, between us and Salto, where thanks to product and softwares that I will show you later, we can integrate Salto ecosystem in order to receive status from them. So you know that Salto has a door lock with battery option to install these directly on the doors. And thanks to their module called in-room node, we can integrate everything that is inside the room. So to do that, what we can do is put our new bridge that has the opportunity to connect directly in serial the in-room node coming from Salto and the eRoom node will share us information in order to integrate the two systems. In addition, the software of Salto is integrated with our bridges, placed one for each door, and we will act as backbone to forward messages from Salto server to Salto devices. So this is the meaning why we are saying that now the integration is not made only by a single device, but is an integration of systems and protocols. So why we need and we want to integrate Salto ecosystem in Kenex? This because we can receive information like the door status, if it is open or closed, and thanks to that, plus one presence detector in Kenex, we can enable the virtual holder. This means that we can control the light, we can control the HVAC, taking care who is the last person that access the room, if is the guest or if is the service. In addition, we can have some particular function, like for example, if the guest is enabling the information over Kenex, we can integrate this information with the door lock and activate the privacy mode. That means that no one from outside can access inside the room during the D&D. Of course, dedicated webinar explaining in detail and deeper the integration will be done in the next days. So, as always, I suggest you to be connected with us in order to be updated on our latest novelties. Going ahead, I want to have a quick brief of the new update over the lighting controls. So, as we saw before, we are expanding our portfolio, starting from a sensor to control automatically the light inside a building. We have the lighting control part with DALIs, actuator, dimmer, interfaces, and gateway like the gateway for DMX, and also external weather station or other sensor to integrate different parts of the system to control in the better way the lighting system. So we are following the market request. We are receiving more and more requests to have a DALI broadcast inside our catalog, and we are releasing it. So why we need or you need to propose a DALI broadcast inside your project? This because it could be a game changer in terms of cost of the building. This because if you don't need to address the light inside the DALI system, you can use our new DALI Gateway 4-channel to control the DALI light. This means that you can simply wire the DALI ballast in 4 different trunks and command them without programming the DALI part. This can be done in ETS. In fact, here there is no DCA to control and configure DALI, so you just need to set if the channel is working with DT6 or DT8 ballast. So means that the gateway is fully compatible also with the DT8 ballast to control a particular light like tunable white light or RGB white. You can also control light using the HSV control. In my opinion, is very interesting, and I want to highlight to you is that also the maintenance of this product is very easy. Because if any lamp is damaged or is faulty, you can easily replace the lamp without touching the ETS of the product. Since this product acts using broadcast command, you don't need, as I said before, program the address DALI on the DALI ballast. Means that once the maintenance guy replaces the lamp, the integrator don't need to go on site to reprogram the ballast. In addition, for tunable white application, there is also the function dim to cold. So you can set in the lamp to be warm on a lower percentage of brightness and cold on higher percentage of the lamps. Here we can see a very easy example of how the lighting control system works using the broadcast gateway for DALI, where we have our Connect system with push button interfaces or design switches, touch panel, mobile application, and so on. And we can easily place one or more DALI gateway to control 4 different trunks of light for different lighting circuit using DALI standard that help us to be faster in the installation and commissioning. I want to remember you also that in our portfolio, in the DALI portfolio, we have push button interfaces and DALI sensor, present detector, and the smart probe that we saw before to read the CO2 and the VOC level is also compatible with the DALI present detector that we have in our catalog. So if you want to have in DALI the real CO2 and VOC level inside a room, you can use it without any issue. So I want to thank you again for your attention about this technical part of our update of the portfolio. Now I will leave the floor again to Riccardo, and I will see you back later for the Q&A. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea, for the handover and for the interesting technical part. We are now going into the marketing part. So first of all, I want to show you the new OLU demo kit that, as you can see, has been renewed in terms of design. You can find on the left part, as before, some brochure. In the central part, you can find the two products, so thermostat plus the switch. You can find on the bottom left part also two QR codes that can show you how the products are programmed, so you can understand exactly what you are doing, pushing that button or the other button. On the right side, you can find all the finishes and all the colors with also some engraves, so you can see the effect of the engraves on each color or each finish. This because all the colors and all the finishes has different effects according to what you're choosing. I want just to remind you that this is a laser engraving, so you cannot have icons colored. So this is a pretty important thing that sometimes has been asked by the customers. And we have also the light version that it wasn't showed in the previous kit. We have one more kit that it's a sample finishes. So as you can see, they can show you all the finishes and all the colors. Even here, you can find the laser engraving on the bottom part of each finish. And so it's like before, so it's laser engraving, so there's no colored icon possible. It's very useful when you have to meet professionals like architects, like interior designers, or maybe end user. They want to physically see and physically touch all the finishes to choose the proper one. We have one more product in terms of marketing that as you can see from the slides, they are just buttons. So you can have these kits that show you every single button, how it looks like. One more very interesting marketing tool that we are renewing are the two different bags, demo case. One on the right side, it's a demo case more oriented into the user experience. So as you can see, you can find a lot of products. On the left side, they are managed in DALI. In the central part, you can find the OLU products, so thermostat, switch, and socket, with a touch panel. The interesting thing is if you plug into the socket something like a laptop or whatever, you can see from the touch panel the real live consumption of the products you are plugging into the socket. On the right side, you can find more products. On the left side, you can find a different demo case because it's a more technical demo case, very useful when you meet different kind of professional than the ones more interested into the user experience part of our portfolio. Of course, you can find more and updated sales and marketing tools like the new market and solution catalogs, the new leaflet showing you all the vertical markets and different applications according to the vertical market. As I mentioned already, you can find the demo kit of the OLU renewed. And the suggestion we always give to you is to be updates regarding the marketing, regarding the products, regarding the solution. So please subscribe to the newsletter and of course follow us on our social media pages. Okay, so as mentioned before, please, we are at your disposal for the technical, for commercial, directly to us or through our representative in each countries. And Thanks for your time. Thanks to join us. Thanks to on my behalf.
Thanks also to the team of the marketing that make this possible every time. Okay,
Perfect.
good. See you next time, next webinar.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.